Hey YouTube, it's King and Terrence again, and the Nintendo Switch thing finally happened. And it was an hour long, and I'm super hype about it for the most part. And so we can just start by talking about all the shit that the Joy-Cons apparently do, because they're more than just controllers. Like, I just kind of thought there would be controllers you detach, but there's motion controls. There's this thing they're calling HD Rumble that is like crazy
God
and
mode,
what?
God mode, controller.
Sure. And you can actually it can simulate weight. Like they showed in the video an example of like you could feel when an ice cube was dropped in a glass, and then two, and then three, and
I don't think it was weight as much as how it's showing the ice cube. You can see you'll feel the vibration go down to the bottom of the controller.
that might be it too.
Yeah.
But apparently it's just going to be super like sensitive haptic style feedback, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Joy-Cons are going to come in some different colors at launch. System's launching with just the gray Joy-Cons and then also red and blue. It's going to have the Switch tablet, the dock, Joy-Cons, HDMI cable, wrist straps, so there's not another Wii situation with the breaking of the TVs.
Oh, that was never a situation. Just people didn't use them. They always came with wrist straps.
That's true. That's true. They did. I remember. But they ended up having to make thicker strings for the wrist strap because
Yeah.
people were claiming that they snapped. Yeah. So gray Joy-Cons, and then at launch they're going to be like pastel red and pastel blue Joy-Cons, and
Red versus blue still
and
exists.
the system is going to be sold with those, or just the gray Joy-Cons. It's going to come with the little Joy-Con grip, so that when you have the Switch docked, you can slide them right into the little grip thing and have a controller. Pro controller is going to be sold separately. They didn't say anything about any bundles, but all the stuff that the system can do looks pretty damn cool, and I'm really excited for it.
I kind of want motion controls to die, but I do like the Wii and that it still lives in the system.
Oh.
Because those controls were pretty great.
I was okay with them. Metroid Prime collection.
Yes.
The Metroid
Metroid
Prime
Prime.
trilogy was like one of the best uses of it. Pikmin was pretty good too. But there's a sensor on the right. It was the right Joy-Con.
No, it's both.
I thought it was just one of them.
Because that's how one of their games works.
But anyway, sensors on the Joy-Con, and they can apparently detect distance and objects in front of them and all kinds of crazy stuff. And yeah, one of the games that they showed was 1-2 Switch,
Yep.
and it's like the Wii Sports Nintendo Land type deal, and looks like a bunch of small games to show off the different things the Joy-Cons can do. And the one that they showed the most was like a little shootout deal, like quick draw.
That's the one how the little camera works, because you play it without a screen, but apparently the screen itself can detect the controller, so it
I
knows
thought that
who
was
pulls it up first. And
I
hits
thought
the
that
button.
was just the gyroscope.
It could still tell it. That's what reads it.
Um,
They both have it.
And when the Joy-Cons are detached for games where each Joy-Con is used as a controller, they have L and R buttons. That's super cool. I don't remember. Did they show anything else from? They showed like somebody with like a kendo stick or a wooden sword
Yeah.
in 1-2 Switch, but they didn't go too much into detail with it. And then they showed that ARMS game, which is like Punch Out meets Dalsim, like Dalsim
Yeah.
Simulator 2017. We could
Basically.
call it. Showed new Splatoon. It's not just a port with some extra features. It is full on Splatoon 2. They missed an opportunity by not calling it Splatoon, like SPLA number 2 in. Like that would have been perfect. But what you gonna do? That new Mario game though.
Didn't. It's Mario, so I know it's gonna be a good game. It's made by Nintendo. I know it's gonna be a good game.
It's
But
Sonic
Mario.
Adventure. It's Sonic Adventure.
Yes. In a new location. What? It is a video game character not being freaking people out because he's running through a city and he's a little short plumber guy, like around normal sized normal humans.
Yep.
Like that is Mario. I mean,
And it was
Sonic.
like he jumped on the hood of a taxi cab and stuff,
Yeah.
and he threw his hat like a boomerang. And Bowser's wearing a top hat.
He looked pretty fancy.
Bowser's wearing a top hat.
In a white. He was all white.
Oh yeah, he was wearing like a white tuxedo.
Yeah.
But man, that Bowser top hat, I'm all about that. They didn't go into real depth on like any of the games though. It was just sort of paying lip service to, hey, we've got games. And the only games they really confirmed for launch in the video were the 1-2 Switch and there was...
Well, Zelda.
Well, yeah, Zelda's confirmed as a launch. So everybody who was thinking that it was going to be delayed or any of that stuff, it is a launch title. Wasn't there?
There was another. I don't remember.
I think it was a third-party one, but it was just a quick gloss over. And then they showed like a sizzle reel of a bunch of stuff coming out, and there were some good-looking games in there. That thing from Square, the Project Octo Traveler,
Yeah.
looked
New
amazing.
Original IP, new RPG.
I don't know anything about it other than that, but the art style has me hooked, and it looks pretty old school Final Fantasy-ish with some twists.
The important part is that it's original, and it's not. Square's been recycling games for the past few years. Like, yeah, they bought like other companies, so like you got, what was it, like Tomb Raider and Hitman. Those are
Yeah.
made by Square. Like, we've had those for years, but now a new original IP for Nintendo is.
And it looks
important part.
looks pretty good. They talked about Dragon Quest 10 and 11. Still didn't go into any details about 11. But then they showed a new Shin Megami Tensei game, which has me all kinds of excited because Atlas is like my favorite publisher developer, and I love the Megaten games. Yeah, Atlas is... I'm a big JRPG guy, and Atlas does like all the best JRPGs. So that's me. You don't have to like it. That's cool.
Caught me out of
Fire Emblem Warriors is, I don't know. I'm not the hugest Warriors fan, but I love Fire Emblem. Dragon.
So is that Fire Emblem, but like
It's
Dynasty
Fire Emblem.
Wars?
It's Fire Emblem Dynasty Wars. The same thing they did with Hyrule Warriors.
Okay.
Then the Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 is coming to the Switch, which was Dragon Quest Warriors. And so I'll buy those and play them on the go, because they showed every game was all just take it out of the dock, play it on the go. And for all the back and forth and all the Todd Howard doing PR speak ever since the trailer, yeah, Skyrim is coming to the Switch, but it doesn't look like it's day one, which is okay because it couldn't compete with Breath of the Wild.
Let me say this about Skyrim.
You gonna buy it?
Yes, but it's a terrible, terrible choice.
No, it's not.
Because
No, it's not.
the original Skyrim, I played that on Xbox 360.
So did I.
And then they had the HD remake.
Yup, and
That
that's
is currently available now.
yep, and that's the one that's gonna be on
I
the
could have
Switch.
bought that when that came out and played it again, but I was like, I don't want to play Skyrim again.
I always want to play Skyrim again, though.
I missed a lot of DLC
Okay,
for it,
but Terrence, you're missing the thing. You can play Skyrim wherever you are.
no, this is the thing that makes it so terrible. What if I bought it twice already? I'm not gonna buy it a third time.
I bought it twice, and I'll buy it a third time.
Also, even though I always buy the Nintendo system first, I always had an Xbox One or an Xbox 360 alongside my Nintendo system. So I was playing this game already. Now, I don't want to buy it again on Nintendo.
Well, I do. It's been like 5 years since I played it.
Well, you
so.
could have bought the HD.
I could have, but I knew it was coming to Switch, so I waited. And now I'll put another 300 hours into it, but this time I'll do it on the go. Oh, they showed Mario Kart 8 for a brief minute. It's been confirmed since then.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
It's been confirmed since then, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It is a port, but there are going to be new stages and new characters. And honestly, after the character list of Mario Kart 8, they got to be running out. So I'm hoping for my wife's sake that Dry Bones is one of the characters.
Also, it's okay being a port too. Because I don't know how much better they can get with Mario Kart after that.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8 was pretty much Mario Kart perfection. And then in the sizzle reel, I got really excited for a minute because they showed a crazy, like, jet-powered car game, and I thought it was a new F-Zero, because it's been a rumor for a minute, but it turns out it's just a new fast racing game, which is also okay. I'll probably buy it. One thing we should talk about that some people are going to take either really well or really poorly is paid online. There's going to be Nintendo paid online service when the system first comes out, and probably when you buy a new system there will be a free trial. Then after that it's a paid thing like Xbox Live or PS Plus, and much like Xbox Live and PS Plus, apparently you're going to get a game with your subscription every month. In this case it's an NES and or a Super NES game every month for free, well, included with the service, from the Virtual Console, and that's pretty cool, provided their Virtual Console selection is good. Speaking of Virtual Console, for like a month and a half, one of the biggest rumors was GameCube Virtual Console games. They said nothing about it.
It's just a rumor for a reason.
I know, but that was one of the things I was most excited for, and there were so many sources reporting it that I thought it was going to be a thing, and it, at least as of now, is not a thing.
But going back to the paid service, this is going to be available at launch. We all have Nintendo accounts now and everything. We all play Pokemon Go, everything. We have a Nintendo account. It doesn't become paid until the end of 2017. I don't remember what date they said, but like September or something like that.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
But I think that's kind of a soak test to see how many people will actually play these Nintendo games online. Like, obviously it works right now for free, but they have to have something else cooking up to have people want to play. Like, I'm okay with it being paid. I've been paying for Xbox Live for 9 years now, and I mean, I can go stretches of time without playing my Xbox for like a month or two because I'm playing other things, but like I still will. I don't care that I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
But they just need to make sure that they make it something that people want to play. Like, last game I played online on Nintendo was Splatoon. And there was no voice chat, like, so I couldn't play with my friends.
They're making it sound like there's gonna be voice chat this time.
That's something they should have talked about
but it
today.
Sounds like there's gonna be.
There needs to be. I need to be able to talk to you whether we are friends or not. Like,
yeah.
That's what makes it. Like, I've made a lot of friends in my life that are become real life friends because I met them playing Xbox, just playing Call of Duty, and before there was even a party system, just, you randomly run into somebody in the lobby and you talk to them. Like, Nintendo needs to let go of that whole don't want strangers talking to your kids thing. Like, it's online. It's 2017 now.
Yep.
Like, this is the information age. So,
on the note of talking to friends, there's going to be a Nintendo Online mobile app where you, much like the Smart Glass Network and the PlayStation Network,
yeah,
where you can actually manage and add your friends, do chat, all that stuff straight from your smart device. So that's going to be pretty handy. Like, I actually use the PlayStation thing to check my messages pretty often.
I don't even own a PlayStation. I play PlayStation at other people's houses, but I still get friends added and I still chat with them because I can see they're playing the same game that I'm playing on my Xbox, and I might talk to them. I can talk to them about something. Like, I don't have to call them. I send them a message.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I hope they do it right this time.
Yeah, me too. They really didn't spend a lot of time talking about many other games. Again, there was the sizzle reel. We pretty much covered all the games they showed, but they didn't say very much at all about things that are actually going to be out at launch.
Zelda voice acting.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how I feel about Zelda having actual voice acting. I mean, for one point, I get it. Still having just the random grunts and then text in 2017 would seem a little outdated, but Zelda's never had voice acting. They could have done it on.
None of their games really have ever had that thing.
And it's just gonna be weird.
I have my only two thoughts on that is playing a lot of Nintendo games when I was little helped me become a better reader. But also now that I'm an adult now, I don't want to sit and read. Like
I love
I'm wearing
reading.
my Astro headset and everything. Like I want to be able to hear it come through. So maybe I can sit there and text. I look up, see what's going on. I don't want to be there sitting there like, okay, I gotta press A to continue. Like, but Zelda, they're kind of messing with me with that because that's my baby.
That was pretty much all the games. They only said 2 or 3 were going to be out on the day that the Switch comes out, which is, by the way, March 3rd. Nintendo Switch releasing March 3rd, $299.99. No crazy bundles or anything. It's just the system and all the things you need to make it actually be the Switch. Also, they said pre-orders were going live in Japan on January 21st, and that's it. They didn't say when pre-orders are going live for any other country.
The U.S. is the biggest market.
You can assume the 21st for everywhere else too.
This is a simultaneous launch,
Yep.
which means there's going to be shortages. No region locking either.
Yeah,
so
it's region free. That's a big step up. Oh, and in the sizzle reel, I'm like 95% certain I saw Puyo Puyo Tetris, and I love Puyo Puyo Tetris.
I love Tetris, but I've never played Puyo Puyo.
Oh, I have.
I might have played it.
Did you ever play Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine?
Yes.
Then you played Puyo Puyo.
Okay.
That's what it is. And yeah, let's talk about that translator. Man, that guy was fucking terrible. He was the worst. Holy God. That dude's gonna be
translator
fired after this.
was terrible. Like, this is that translator translating what Michael's saying. He was terrible.
He was pausing. He was laughing in the middle of shit.
Well, oh, we're live. So like, that's basically what he was doing. Like,
And yeah, it was unfortunate. And then when the dude came out to talk about FIFA on the Switch, so anybody that cares about soccer, FIFA is going to be on the Switch. It's apparently going to be a specialized experience for the Switch. While the EA guy was out there, because he speaks English, fucking Bill Trinan, the Nintendo Treehouse guy, one of my favorite guys in Nintendo, who is a fantastic translator, was out there translating for that dude to Japanese, and I was just sitting there like, Bill, we need you. You need to be taking this guy's job right now. And he didn't.
apparently
And
the motherland needed him more.
so I at least got to see Bill. That was cool, but I really, really wish he would have been doing all the translations because it would have been so much smoother. Oh well. Also, I was really hoping they would at least talk about a new Animal Crossing, and they didn't.
Ooh, I never even thought about that. Especially with the 8 systems can link to each other.
Yep, there's the online multiplayer, and then there's local multiplayer, which they showed off with Splatoon 2, and 8 systems can connect locally for multiplayer, and also Splatoon 2 has local multiplayer, and that's gonna be amazing. Yep.
I've just got a great idea.
What's that?
Just thinking about like Animal Crossing, like local multiplayer. It'll be cool to put the little stand up, make a circle, and just run around. Like you can go across everyone's screen, or
Oh.
lay them all down flat, and it'll be the top-down view from like the GameCube Animal Crossing, like the
Oh,
3/4
yeah.
view, and you can see yourself running around.
Huh.
And then you can play games like fucking, like on the ones on Nintendo Land, like where you have to run
Oh,
around
yeah.
and get the balls, but it can be all laying down in front of you, and everybody's standing up. And Nintendo, hire me.
That's actually that's a pretty cool idea.
Exactly.
For now, that's pretty much all the information I think that was given. A lot of stuff is, since the presentation was over, has sort of been exploding on the internet. I haven't had time to look into too much of it, so especially once pre-order dates announced and stuff, Terrence and I will probably be back to do another video going into more Switch details. And now to do a little bit of, well, you got some? What's that?
Battery life.
Oh, 2.5 to 6 hours, depending on the game.
And that's the important thing. If this is going to be a mobile and like console mobile hybrid, Nintendo, no one has ever touched Nintendo when it came to mobile. Only because of battery life. Like, yeah, when I had my little portable Sega Genesis, I forgot what it's called.
The Nomad.
No, not that one.
The Game Gear?
Game Gear. 6 batteries. But the batteries were terrible.
Yeah.
But my Game Boy, bam. Well, the old one, 4
Right,
batteries,
but
but 2, and then I played forever.
But the 3DS was only like 3 to 5 hours, so the Switch is right on par with that. But it's okay, because you'll be able to charge it anywhere, because the Switch tablet is USB-C.
Which all Android phones now use.
So, USB-C is awesome because anything can be a charger.
Yes.
You can still charge from your cell phone
Yeah,
to
'cause
charge
it's
your
USB-C.
Switch.
Yep. But that is a huge thing. Especially since the little joypads, each side has its own battery, so...
Yeah, and then those will have to be charged. I'm figuring that while they're plugged into the Switch, they will be charging off of the
So-
Switch's power.
Hopefully the whole 2 to 6 hour battery life, whatever, would be like, you know, if you're playing a game where you're using the joypads with the screen and they're disconnected, these have their own life and the screen has its own battery life. But if you're playing a game where everything is all connected, they're all sharing like as one big battery.
Yep. So, I'm still hyped for the Switch. I'm holding out hope to see more than just, like, the 2 or 3 launch games that were talked about. I mean, Breath of the Wild is going to take up plenty of my time, and 1-2 Switch, just like Wii Sports and Nintendo Land, will be a lot of fun to play with people. But for the first week, especially because I wanted to do a whole series of videos for this channel, I gotta have more than 2 launch games. And I know there will be more than 2 games on release day. But they didn't show enough games for my liking. They spent a lot of time not talking about a lot.
Yeah, and well, we're both gonna have a Switch. We should plan to not get the same games on launch. Well, we're both gonna get Zelda, but
Yeah.
everything else, like,
I'm probably gonna buy like everything that comes out. I've been budgeting for this for a minute. I'm limiting myself to 10.
okay,
But-
I'm probably gonna buy 2 or 3 because, you know, if I get like Zelda, I'm gonna spend a lot of time on that. Probably by the time I'm done with it, something else is gonna come out.
Yeah. But I mean, Zelda's a huge open world game. It'll give me plenty of hours. I'm going to need more at first because I'm going to want to explore more of the system.
Well,
But-
1-2 Switch.
I'll be playing the shit out of Breath of the Wild for a good long time after launch, so that's okay. But there's no way a system's only gonna launch with 2 games. That's impossible.
A lot of those third-party games they showed in the sizzle was there. I know they're coming out around that time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
it's
and
just that it's like a thing. Like
there
they're
will be
coming on
stuff the
Switch,
first.
too.
There will be stuff the first month, but there needs to be stuff the first day too.
Yeah, we need launch titles.
I
not
mean-
launch window titles.
Like the Wii U launched with 32 games. Yeah, most of them were shit.
yeah.
But the Wii U launched with 32 games. The Wii U launched with like 25.
But Red Steel was awesome, so
And Red Steel 2 was better. That's
it was.
That's pretty much all the Switch info that we got for now. So I'm going to say most of the obligatory stuff. We'll be talking a lot more about the Switch in coming time. This is going to eventually be decorated back here and a little less green screen when it's just us talking. And the green screen will be more just for gameplay videos. But if you want to keep up with what's going on, like, comment, share, subscribe. There will be Facebook and Twitter links down in the bottom. And then there's just one more thing I wanted to say. I need to do a little bit of promoting. All of the music that is in this video was done by a good friend of mine, Adam Henry, who is a fantastic musician in his own right, and also happens to be the brother of Grant Henry, also known as Stimage, also known as the guy who does Metroid Metal. That's Adam Henry is his brother, and he did a tribute album to the 1993 Doom, and it's called Evil Lemur, and that's actually the shirt that I'm wearing right now, and it's awesome. And it's a pretty good album. It's Name Your Own Price, and there will be a link to that down there if you like it. And that's all I got.
And nothing.
Okay.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, do those things. Talk to us on Facebook and Twitter. Again, that's all down
And
there.
Share.
And yeah, tell your friends about us rambling about the Switch. And okay, bye. Okay.